I think my engineering hero would have to be Thomas Telford. As a proud Scot and coming from southwest Scotland, he was a real inspiration to me growing up, and I read about his successes and also his failures as a young child. He was very instrumental in ironworks for bridge engineering and also for the Glasgow canals, and also when he was instrumental in creating the ICE Institution of Civil Engineers. I was inspired to be a civil engineer by the ability to apply the maths and physics that I was learning at school to practical application on site. Being able to go on site and see the things that you've designed sort of 10, 20 years down the line, and future generations sort of rely and use those for years to come was a great inspiration to me. To date, my proudest moment in engineering has been being able to take my workshop into schools, having been on site, done the ground investigations, gone through the design process, and then gone into schools, done a workshop for them, and seen how they've reacted to that engagement with the engineering industry. What I love about being a civil engineer is the interaction between a number of different people, so interaction with clients, contractors, consultants, designers, school children, politicians. The number of different people that you can engage with and communicate with is fantastic. The one thing I think I would like to change about the industry is its resilience. There are a number of things that the industry does at the moment where they're trying to focus so much on what's going on just now, they're not focusing on what may happen in the future. We can't predict the future, but we can work towards making ourselves more resilient if there was change. As New Civil Engineer Graduate of the Year, I hope to develop a portfolio of workshops that can be taken into schools by young professionals to teach school children about engineering and about the industry. I want these to be practical workshops so they have an appreciation of what actually goes on site and what the engineering industry is really about.
The thing that most impressed me about Gillian was her gentle approach, but there was a sort of certain steeliness there, and she absolutely knows her subject matter and is going to impress people with what she's doing.
Gillian was very keen to explain to young people geotechnical engineering so that they could grasp the principles of engineering and really bring engineering to life, to enthuse them, to help them or encourage them to consider engineering as a career.
Gillian made geotechnical engineering really accessible, and I think that doing it in a very powerful and visual way with her geobox, she will catch the attention of youngsters who we desperately want to draw into the profession. Gillian's got a great future ahead of her. It's a fantastic time in the sector, and she's got passion, she can very articulate, and we need to communicate what we're doing as engineers far better with the wider stakeholder community. So someone who can think on their feet and communicate and engage with passion is going to find that a real asset. I really wish my 3 children had met Gillian whilst they were at school, because it might have excited them about engineering, which is clearly something I failed to do because none of them chose engineering.